Hello, my name is Teacher Stephanie. Today I'm going to go through the mock class PowerPoint, which is on the letter P. If you've passed the interview and you've gotten to this point, you're going to teach a full class now. It's 25 minutes long. Halfway in between, your mock class interviewer will stop you and give you some tips and tricks and tell you what they think you did well and what you should work on. And it's very important that you take that feedback and that you improve in the second half of the lesson. So if they tell you to work on your pronunciation and showing the student your mouth when you're saying different words, make sure that you do that in the second part of the lesson. If they say you're a little pressed for time and you're a little bit behind on the slides, make sure that you speed it up in the second half of the lesson because they're looking for adaptability. They're looking to see if you can change the lesson based on what they need or what your student when you're teaching will need. So make sure that you adapt and that you change your technique in the second half of the lesson if you're told to. If you're not told to, if you're told everything's going great, then just keep going. I strongly suggest having a timer so you can watch your time while you're doing your mock class. When you're in the classroom teaching for VIPKID, you'll have a timer at the top of your classroom to watch, which is immensely helpful. But when I did my mock interview, I did not. When I taught my mock class, there was not one on the top of my my little video box. So make sure that you have a timer so you can keep track of your time, especially since you're gonna have that gap in the middle. I thought, oh, I'll just look at the time on my computer. I know how long 25 minutes is going to take, but then you stop and you have that big break and then you have to start over a different time and you've got to add that 10 or 15 minutes again. So it's easier if you just have a timer. And anyway, I want to go and get started because I don't want this video to be too long and it's already a 25-minute long lesson. Okay, so very first slide, if you have yours open, that's probably a good idea. It is on the letter P. It says VIPKID, letter P, mock class 1. So you use your introductory slide to say hello. So hello, my name is Teacher Stephanie. What is your name? It's very nice to meet you. How do you feel today? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? How do you feel? Hopefully your interviewer says happy or sad. You can even do angry or mad if you want to too. But hopefully you can say fine. Hopefully your interviewer will give you something back. This isn't a student that's never had a lesson before. This is a student, they're supposed to be pretending to be, that has had some lessons with VIPKID. So hopefully they'll give you an answer. Are you ready to get started? Yes or no? Yes? Let's go. The next slide's the reward system slide. If you're using the tooth reward system, you can print it out. I only use the tooth system in my interview or in my mock class, but I did use it just because I wanted to use the same thing they had. So I had it printed out, and then I had little teeth that were already cut out on paper with tape on the back. So every time they did a good job, I'd say, good job, you get a tooth. So if you're going to use the smiley face reward system, you want to explain it on this slide. When you do a good job, I'll give you a tooth. When you do a good job. And they really like if it's visible the whole time. I use Manicam. I don't use this. So if you can have it hanging somewhere in the background or something like that, then that is fantastic. They really like your reward system to be visible for the entire lesson. I use Manicam. So I would say, do you like fruit? Yes or no? Yes? When you do a good job, I'll give you a piece of fruit. Let's see if we can stack them to the top. Okay, this is called the hello song. So the hello song goes like this. Hello, how are you? You want the student to repeat it back to you. They don't always the first time. Hello, how are you? fine, fine, fine. Hopefully they'll sing the song back with you. If not, you can just sing it to them. The next slide says alphabet chant. You don't need to read alphabet chant out loud. You just need to do this with the student. So if you've got your flashcards are great. Mine has an app on it, which is even better. You don't need to explain what the student's going to do at all. If you do the cup motion, they should know they're going to repeat after you. Another thing I like to do that I think is very important is underline the words as you're saying them, or at least as the student is repeating them. Sometimes it's hard to do when you're saying them, but when you say A is for apple, ah, ah, ah. When they start saying it, click on your mouse and A is for apple, ah, ah, ah. Underline it on your slide. That way they're looking at the word and associating it with what they're saying. They're not just repeating what you say. So A is for apple, ah, ah, ah. And if they can't get that whole sentence out, sometimes they can't. You might need to break it up. So for the second one, I'll show you how to do that. B is for banana. B, b, b. So sometimes you need to do both halves. They're not going to be able to do the entire B is for banana, b, b, b. So if they can't, just do the first part and then the second. M is for muffin. I had a muffin to show in my class, but I don't have it with me today. So if you have a muffin, show it. If not, that's the motion for M anyway, and at least they know it's something you eat. A is for ant. Ah, ah, ah. If they're not saying the entire phrase, if they're only saying ant, ah, 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 using your fingers is a really good way to get them to say all of it. B is for bird. B, b, b. And then usually they know that means that's how many times they need to say it. M is for monkey. And if you have a monkey, you can, you can show them what a monkey is. You can show them a picture, anything that you can show. I've got monkeys over there too. They're too far away to grab. Oh, I have a flashcard with them. Anytime you can show what the picture is, then that's great. Bird, monkey. I had a lot of props for my mock interview, more than I probably use in most lessons. I always use some props, but I used a lot in my interview because I wanted to be very clear. So the more props you have, the better, as long as you don't let them slow you down too much. That's why I've got to skip them because I don't have time. Okay, so remember, you only want to spend about a minute on this slide. If it's taking you too long to get through this slide, then you might want to skip the second A, B, M, just do the first three, not do the second three, or not show as many props. Like I said, just get them to repeat it as quickly as possible and move on. Okay, so the next slide has some capital letters and some lowercase letters. The student should already be familiar with big and small. So the first thing I'll do is, alligator. A is for alligator. I see big A. Where's small a? Can you draw a line to small a? Small a. Good job. Make sure you show them, but make sure you're doing it on your slide as well, unless the student knows how to do it automatically. If your interviewer starts doing the lines automatically, they know what they're doing. Don't do this every single time. You're slowing them down for no reason. If they do the A and then the M and then the B, all you need to do is quickly review it with them. M, I see big M. Where is small m? Can you draw a line? Draw a line to the M. B says b, 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 b. I see big B. You can circle it. If they're having trouble, you can circle big B. Where is small b? If they're not finding it right away, you can show them. small b, and hope that that helps them. If it doesn't help them, you can draw the line for them as well. Just make sure that they're saying something back to you. B is for bike. Make sure they're giving you some sort of feedback, that they're doing some learning. You're not just doing it for them. All right, the next one, this one before I did my mock lesson, I was, I was like, oh, how am I going to give all these directions for circle? The student should be familiar with circling, but you can just make a finger motion or you can show your mouse. Circle, circle, mouse, mouse, or mouse. Mouse? Mouse. Hopefully they circle the M. Good job. If they don't, you can say, mouse. And you can circle the M. And then hopefully they'll get for the next one. Ant? Ant. Circle, circle. Ant. Good job. Let me give you a fruit. Where's my fruit? I lost it. I'm so sorry. There we go. All right. And then you're going to go through bike. Same thing. Bike or bike. Bike. Good job. Last one. Muffin or muffin. Muffin. Excellent job. Very good. High five. Good job. How are you? How are you? Are you sad? And I would circle the sad face. Are you fine? Fine. Are you happy? Happy? Circle them as you go. They're probably going to tell you they're happy. Usually most kids, some kids say fine. Usually they'll say happy. Usually your interviewer will say happy as well. And you can say, I am happy too. Yeah. Okay. So if that slide goes a little faster than the others, that's fine because you probably spent more time on some of the circling ones. If a slide takes less than a minute, don't sweat it. Sometimes some slides are faster and some take longer. They don't always take about a minute. Some take 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. Some take 30 seconds. Some take 20 seconds. Okay. This is letter P. You want them to say the whole sentence. This is letter P. Because they're probably going to say just P first. P says p, p, p. If they say p, 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 which they're probably going to, P says p, p, p. Get them to say the whole sentence. Can you circle big P? Circle big P. Very good. Can you circle small p? Very good. See if they'll circle both of the letters. If they don't, that's okay. You can circle them for them. P says p, p, p. Great job. You get a fruit. Okay. On the next line, it says trace. I don't say trace. I say write. Trace is kind of hard to explain, and they write their letters at home when they practice. So you can just say, write big P. And then if you want to make the little line so they know what you're expecting of them, write big P. And you can do it on the slide as well with your mouse, because obviously that's how they're going to do it. Write small p. Very good. Hopefully that slide doesn't take the entire minute. Your interviewer obviously knows how to use a mouse. Some of your little kids, the writing can take longer, but if it takes less than a minute, that's good. Some of your other slides are going to take longer. Next slide has a picture of a panda. What do you see? What do you see? I see a panda. And I underline where it says panda when I say that. I see a panda. See if they'll say it back to you. If you have a panda, then you can look at it. You can show it to them. I see a panda. I have a panda hat, so I usually put it on. Oh, sideways. I see a panda. All right, you want them to say, I see a panda at least a few times. You also want them to say the word more than once. Now, if that's in the sentence, you don't have to say, I see a panda, and then say panda 3 more times. Panda just needs to be said 3 times. So you can say, let's sing, la, 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 panda. Panda. I see a panda. You hear me saying a lot. I typically say a when I speak. I see a panda. They teach the letter A as a word as U-H, So I see a panda is actually what the students are going to be familiar with. So use instead of a if you're like me and you say a. Next slide. What do you see? I see a pepper. I had a prop. It was a real pepper. It's gone now. We ate it. That looked like this pepper. This is not the same kind of pepper. It's like a bell pepper or something. So if you have a pepper, that's great. If not, maybe you can print out a picture and hold up a pepper. Pepper is not something they're probably going to know. They might know panda, but probably not pepper. So if you have a picture of a pepper at least, that's great. Hold up a flashcard or something. I see a pepper. Pepper. Make sure you're underlining the word pepper on your side. Pepper. Pepper. Try to get them to say it several different times, several different ways. What do you see? What do you see? I see a pig. I see a pig. The pig says, if you can get the child to do that back with you, then that's great. They usually like to make animal sounds and stuff. That's pretty easy sell usually. And they're saying pig again. So if you do that, you have to say, I see a pig 3 times. You can say, a pig says, great job. You get a fruit. Okay, this one I already showed in my interview video, so you're familiar with this if you did this in your interview. But again, the whiteboard is great for this. Ah, ah, ah. App, app. App. Make sure your whole whiteboard's visible. Mine wasn't for a second, so I had to move it over. Sometimes that happens. Just make sure when you're reading it that they can see the whole thing. Sometimes that happens. Okay, next line. B, 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 b. App, app, b, app, bap, b, app, bap. Yes, make sure you're underlining it on the screen as well. So I'll underline the last one. B-app, bap, and then underline the whole thing. All right, you're going to do the same exact thing again, except you're going to do it with an M. So you don't have to erase your entire board. You've already got most of it there. Ah, ah, ah. P, p, p. App. App. Map. App. Map. All right, make sure the student is repeating it with you as you go. All right, like I said in my last video, activity time, this slide doesn't exist anymore on the new lesson, so you actually don't say activity time when you transition, but since it is here, they kind of want you to be excited when you introduce it, so you can put on a funny hat, or you can sing it. But the student's not going to know what activity time really means. They might know that means that a game is going to come because they've done it before, but they don't really know what an activity is exactly in English. So you can put on a hat and just say, it's activity time. Woo, activity time. Are you ready? Yes or no? Yes, let's go. And then go to the next slide. You can wear your hat for the rest of the lesson if you want to, or you can take it off. It's kind of hot in my house. I live in Florida, so I'm taking it off. Okay, odd one out. For this one, you want the student to pick the picture that does not have the same sound. So for this one, if you have these pictures printed out, it can be very helpful. I had these pictures printed out, but you actually don't have to. You can just show the letters too. Pig. Panda. Monkey. Pig. Panda. Monkey. Which one is different? Which one is different? Monkey. Monkey doesn't start with P. Panda. Pig. Monkey doesn't start with P. And you can have them cross out the monkey on the slide, or since you have two slides with the same activity, you can do it the first time. That's the I do, part of the I do, we do, you do model. So if they don't do it the first slide, you can go ahead and cross it out. Now you've got another one. Panda. Ant. Alligator. Which one is different? Ant. Alligator. Panda doesn't start with A. Cross it out. Hopefully they cross it out on their screen as well. Good job. You got another fruit. Yay, high five. Great job. Okay, the sit and stand slide. How do you get them to sit or stand? Okay, so I always demonstrate this one. I show them. I circle. What do you see? Do you see a pig? Yes, I see a pig. I'll circle the second one, number 2. Do you see a bed? No, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up. Sometimes it takes some encouragement. Get them to stand up. Good job. I see a panda. Good job. All right, number 3. Do you see a muffin? Yes, I see a muffin. Stay seated. Pepper, you've already gone over. I try not to make them stand up for the wrong one on muffin because muffin's only in the review. What if they don't remember what a muffin is that well? So I try to do the pig, panda, or pepper for the wrong one because we just did these terms. All right, so number 4, I'll circle and I'll do it wrong again. Do you see an ant? No, stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up. I don't see an ant. I see a pepper. I see a pepper. And it's that easy. You don't actually have to say stand up and sit down and expect them to know if it's wrong, stand up. If it's right, sit down. You don't have to go through all that complex explaining. You just want them to stand up when it's wrong and sit down when it's right. Okay, so the next one says fill in the blanks. These students have already practiced big and small letters. So you can say, I see big P. And I might circle next to the big P. Hopefully they draw a small P. Yes, I see small p. P says p, p, p. Remember, letter identification is important. You want them to be able to identify them, but you want them to know what the sound is. So make sure you're viewing the sounds on a lot of these slides, even if it doesn't say it. You want them to read and speak. So just knowing the letters isn't going to get them there. I see big B. Circle where the small b should be. Yes! Small b. I see small b. B says b, b, b. Great job. I see small m. Hopefully they draw a big M. My interviewer, I believe, did another small m. And I said, I see small m. And I tried to show the motion for big that I had been doing. And she did. She drew a big M. Yes, I see big M. Big M. And if they don't, you can just write a big M over it and then make sure they say big M. M says, Very good job. Okay, on this one, you're going to have a P in the middle with a lot of different pictures around it. So you've got your two P's. I did not do every single picture because there was not time. You want them to draw a line from the pictures that start with P. So, pig. Pig. Yes or no? Yes, pig. And then draw a line. And then hopefully they'll draw a line to pig. If they don't, demonstrate. I do. Show them. Draw a line to pig on your side. Pepper. Circle the pepper. Pepper. Yes or no? Yes, pepper. Draw a line. See if they'll draw it by themselves. Muffin. Make sure you have muffin circled. Muffin. Muffin doesn't start with P. So hopefully they'll give you a thumbs down if you've been doing yes or no, or maybe they just won't draw a line, and you can cross it out on your slide. Muffin doesn't start with P, and then move on. You probably aren't going to have time to do every single one of those. All right. Now you see a picture of a panda with a pig thrown in there and some peppers in the background. This is where you want to see if your student can use some of what they've learned from the lesson. So you can say, what do you see? And see if they'll tell you something without prompting. If they sit and they stare at you, circle something. What do you see? Do you see a panda? I see a panda. What else do you see? Wait and see if they tell you pig or pepper. They might just say pig. They might not use the whole sentence. Do you see a pig? They're probably going to say yes. Yes, I see a pig. Very good. If you can get the sentence for I see a pig, I see a panda, I see a pepper, all three, that's great. If you only have one or two because you're running out of time, that's okay too. But you want them to do as much as they can on their own without prompting. But if you need to help, that's fine. Great job. You got a fruit all the way to the top. Great job. High five. Great job. Okay, now you're on the last slide, so this is the goodbye song. So you're going to sing with them. Goodbye. See you next time. Remember, underline the words as you were singing or as they're singing. Goodbye. See you next time. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Keep underlining those words. Goodbye, bye, bye. Sorry, I shouldn't have done see yet. I always say, I hope to see you soon, or I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. There's another slide. It just says goodbye. I always wave. Goodbye. Great job. And then you're done. You've finished up. So that is how I did the P slide, or the P lesson, I should say, for my mock. I did have, like I said, a couple extra props. I did have a pepper that looked like the pepper, and I did have a muffin because I thought, are these poor kids going to know what a muffin is? Of all things, I wasn't sure. So I did have a muffin on me as well. If you don't, like I said, a picture would be great. You can print it out and hold it up. Real life pictures, Realia is really good in the lessons for them to make the words concrete with a visual to remember. So make sure you've at least got panda, pig, pepper. Those are the new ones in the lesson. If you don't have ant, and you don't have apple, and you don't have monkey, that's not as big a deal. It's nice to have, and sometimes it's good because, like I said, monkey, you can you can get them to do some silly stuff with you, or pig, but make sure that you have panda, pig, and pepper as props. At least a picture. It doesn't have to be, a physical animal or anything like I had. This is a Minecraft one I stole from one of my children. But at least a picture that you can hold up and demonstrate and show. That will help a lot, and that will show that you put some effort and some time into preparing for your mock class as well, that you didn't just get in there and circle and draw lines, because that's great, but anyone can do that. If you actually, took the time to get some things together and practice this, and got the kid to interact with you and laugh over making some silly faces, that's what they really want to see. They want to see those connections being made emotionally with you, and the connections being made between what these items are that we're teaching them words for. If they're just learning a string of words, it's not going to mean as much. They need to attach it to something physical and concrete. Okay, so hopefully you do great on your mock. Congratulations, you already passed your interview, so that's great. That's tough in itself to do. So congratulations. Lots of luck in your mock class. If you have any questions, let me know. You can send a comment to me right below, and I can email you, or I can just comment back. If you haven't applied for VIPKID yet, but you're thinking about it and you watched this really long video before you even applied, I have a referral code down below as well. So you can sign up and you can apply there, and I would appreciate it so much. All right, have a great day. My name's Teacher Stephanie. Goodbye.